Here it is, The Wave. See, I got two different reprints of The Wave now. And The Wave by Evelyn Scott from Clarksville, Tennessee, just over the line from where Robert Van Warren was born, is a Civil War novel of many pages and many different characters. I think there are about 80 different characters, including Abraham Lincoln and General Grant. And it's an incredibly intellectual conception and articulation of her vision of the war as waves of energy, like the waves at sea, flooding over people and taking them over and pushing them into another realm of experience, and she gets inside their minds at the same time that she's simultaneously the omniscient narrator who is outside looking into their minds, including Lincoln is one of the greatest Lincoln line of sleep thinking episodes in fiction that I know of, and Grant too, and women, and many locales, New Orleans, you know, where Benjamin Butler said any woman caught on the streets after, any woman showing disrespect for a Union officer will be treated as a common prostitute. So she's in that milieu. She's, and so this is, I think this is a rival to any of the other great Civil War novels, but I include Absalom as a Civil War novel because it's leading into it, it's a little bit about it, and it's after the war. She does the same thing. So many perspectives and a style that is distinctively her own. This is Evelyn Scott who said in 1929, The Sound and the Fury is a brilliant novel, and she wrote an essay about it, put it over the top because she was famous and he was not, put it over the top, and it's been in print. This review, which was meant to be a jacket copy, has been in print ever since. Asked Faulkner, what do you think of Evelyn Scott? And he says, she's pretty good for a woman, which is the title of the first biography of Evelyn Scott. And my best friend rediscovered her at my suggestion and wrote about her. And so Evelyn Scott, who was dead as a doornail about 15 years ago, is now all over the university curriculum, especially women.
When did you discover her?
I discovered her when I was writing, or when I was putting together Rediscoveries, the first book. Mm-hmm. And a writer recommended The Wave. And so I don't know how I finally got into it, but ironically, I inspired my friend Peggy Bach to write about her before I'd ever read her. But because she was writing about her, then I said, well, I'll read all the books as you write about them. And that's when I discovered it was really great. And I taught it. Very difficult to teach because it's so long, so prismatic. But what I call myriad-minded, which is my term for Faulkner. But she is the most intellectual and at the same time incredibly lyrical and sensitive Southern woman writer that I can mention. And I put it as that category only because people think in those categories. If you want to think in a category, she's one of the greatest, you know, and it's really great that she's been rediscovered. Far more wonderful than Kate Chopin, who's been rediscovered recently. So that's my recommendation as one of the three, at least, greatest Civil War novels.